All right, guys, so let's talk about examples of viable and good products versus bad products, and then we're also going to talk about exceptions, okay? So, one of the things that we've talked about already is that we want to look for products that are number one, have low reviews, or at least 7 of the top 10 have under 75 reviews. Okay, we want to make sure that our revenue and our the sales are stable. We want to make sure the revenue is at least 5,000 and above. Okay, to make sure that we're still hitting a good profit, we're still meeting our profit margins, and that the product is worth it for us to enter. Okay, we'll also be looking at price, if to see if the price is if it's above $15. If it's not, obviously there are exceptions, but we want to make sure at first when we're trying to find a product that it's at least retails for $15 or sells for $15. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you guys real quick, over the shoulder, how we run, use Jungle Scout, our product research tool, like we talked about, on Amazon's marketplace, so we can determine if a product is viable and if the market is good for us to enter. Okay, so let's go ahead onto Amazon. Let's go ahead and just type in a random product. I know this is a really competitive product, but let's say we found our product, our tactical flashlight, all right, and we're going to run our Jungle Scout Chrome extension on it. All right, and then Jungle Scout is going to pull all of the data from the entire product catalog, and then you're going to see here, the price of every single product, or every single listing here, the brands that are selling it. We're going to see the sales. You can see here the sales are consistent. We'll be able to see how much in revenue the product is doing per month. So all of this revenue right here that you guys see and these sales is what it's doing in a month. Okay, so that's not like total, that's like in a month. So this product right here in particular is selling for $12.95. It's doing about 2,800 units a month, and it's doing about 37,000 in revenue. And we could also see here that it has 13,000 reviews, which is incredibly high. Okay, so let's first talk. I want to talk to you guys about first. I want to show you guys good products, what good data looks like versus bad data, what to look for, and exceptions. Okay, so let's go and hop on that right now. Perfect. All right, so you'll notice here on the left-hand side, you'll see G1, G2, G3, meaning that means good, 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 bad, 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 and then we'll be talking about the exception down here. So I'm going to show you guys 3 good Jungle Scout data screenshots, and then 3 bad ones, and then 1 exception. Okay, so let's look at the first one. So we'll look here. Obviously, we want our price to be above 15. So yes, this looks good. Okay, we want our revenue to be roughly about 3,000 to 5,000. You'll notice here that the sales are pretty consistent. We're doing about there's 2,600 here, 4,000 here, 5,000. These runs are a little bit low. These ones are a little bit low, but there's some potential here. So this would be pretty. This is something you want to look into. So the reviews. I should have talked about this first, because the reviews is the #1 thing that we want to look at, because it determines whether if our market is too competitive or not. So you'll notice here, the reviews are 45, 43, 62, 26. You'll notice that the reviews are really low, so it's like it tells us like, hey, this market is doing pretty good in terms of sales and revenue, and the reviews are low. That means that there's a chance for us to enter, and the price is also pretty stable. It's above $15, so we can still meet margin. All right, so that's a good. Let's go ahead and move on to the second one. So here's a second data screenshot on Jungle Scout. So let's go ahead and look at the reviews first, because that's obviously what we want to do first. We'll notice that if we're looking at the top 10, the top 15 right here, you'll notice that the reviews are extremely low. So it's like, whoa, like that's great. So this product right here on the top in the 11th listing is doing 4,500 and it only has 1 review. That's really good. Okay, this one has 13 reviews and is doing $10,000 in revenue. That's pretty crazy. We'll notice that the price is really stable. Everything is good. So this would be a really good product to look into. The sales are really stable. It stays stable right here till like the 14th. It's still pretty stable right here as well. But this is a really good product that you want to look into as well. So this is a good, viable product. Let's go look at the third one now. Okay, so this is the third good one. Let's go and look at the reviews real quick. You notice we have like 100 here. There's a 500 here, but we'll notice that the reviews are low enough. 7 out of the 10. Let's count how many of them are under 75. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's already 7. I mean, like 6 of the top 7 that are under 75 reviews. So this is going to be a viable product. We can get somewhere in here in this area, to make sure that we are generating the revenue that our competitors are doing as well, if not more, as long as we differentiate, which we'll be talking about in a little later video. So the prices are pretty good. The prices are pretty stable, above $15. There's one product here that's doing 65. is $65 or priced at $65, we can assume that that might be a different product. But other than that, the prices are looking pretty good. $22.99. There's some low ones here, but this would be definitely something to look into and see if we can bundle it, which we'll be talking about in a later video as well. All right, so now we talked about 3 good products. Let's talk about some bad ones, okay? So let's look at this one right here. So this one already off the bat, you'll notice that, hey, look, the prices are pretty high. The prices are above 15, so that's good. The sales are consistent. The revenue is crazy. But we look at the reviews here. This is automatically a turnoff for us because look, there's 1,000 reviews, 1,800 reviews here. There's 2,300 reviews here. 1,000. It's just, you can just tell that entering into this market is going to be extremely difficult, if not impossible to compete with. So we should definitely avoid this product altogether. Okay, let's move on to the second one. So here's the second product. Right off the bat, we'll already see, yes, revenue is good. The price is, the price is kind of scattered, but sales are pretty good. But we look at the reviews. This one has 7,000 reviews, 5,000, 2,000. I mean, look, it's just way too competitive. So remember, reviews are the #1 thing we want to look at because it helps us determine if the barrier for entry is low enough for us to enter. And this is just way too high, and there's really no way that we can compete with that. All right, let's look at the third and final bad product. Okay, so you'll notice here, prices is good as always, sales is good, revenue is pretty stable. But if we look right here, we'll notice that 1,800, 2,000, 1,000, 1,400, it's way too high. So we want this again to avoid products like this. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the exception because one of the things that a lot of people do is they'll send me, and you guys will probably notice too that I'll ask, like, can you send me the second page? Okay, the reason why I want people to send me the second page, and because if the first page is semi-competitive, but it's doing really well in sales and revenue, there's always a chance that the second page could still be has a stable market and you can still make revenue from it. All right, so let's look at this exception here. Okay, so you'll notice this product, the price is above $15, the revenue is killing it, like, it's really stable, but look at the top 10. We'll look at the top 10. You'll notice that, 200 reviews, 100, like 100, like 200 here, 300. So, getting in this space is going to be pretty hard. But if you notice down here, after about the 14th listing, the price is still stable, sales are still stable, the revenue is still stable. And for us, we can probably get in this area and still make money. Like, for example, this product only has 17 reviews and is doing 3,000, and he's a 21st listing. Okay, this product has 22 reviews and it's doing 7,000, and it's the 15th listing. So, don't like be discouraged if the first page isn't up to our criteria. Definitely extract the second page and see if there's still a market for it. See, if there's still sellers and listings that are doing really well on the second page. This will give us a chance to say, like, hey, this product is doing, this product catalog, it has a great market, even though the first page is pretty competitive, but the second page we can get in there. So I don't want you to discredit or disaccount those the second page or the product altogether just because the first page is competitive. All right, so I hope this helped you guys out. If you guys want to refer back to this when you guys are product researching, definitely do. Okay, you guys could go over the examples again of what good products are, and good data points are, what to look for, bad ones, and then we have exceptions obviously when we look at the second page. All right guys, so that's it for this one. I'll see you guys in the next video.